Jo- Joining me now is from Blackburn, our very good friends. It's Novustory. How have you been?
Good, thank
Hello.
you. How have you been?
I've been well, but keeping myself busy, listening to music. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Ah,
pretty much the same, to be fair.
well, it's a very good way to spend your time.
So, since we last spoke, you have had a lineup change. So if you just want to reintroduce yourselves for us all.
I'm Imogen. I'm the singer. This is Ducky. We're going to call you Jockey then. That's Ducky. Who plays the old bongos. This is our guitarist Ben, who's currently in my bad books because he made.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He made a joke before and he won't tell me what the joke is, and I'm so curious.
He didn't make the joke.
I know. He went. I started to say a joke, and then he went, "Oh, actually, I can't say that." And then that was it. Who does that? And then our new shiny toy is called Blank, and here he is, and he plays bass. And he, just in case you didn't believe us, there he is. He's got a bass in his hand.
Just to prove it.
So yeah, he's a certified bass player.
He's not going to play you anything, but he's got it in his hand.
Yeah.
I can't play, so
He's only on a backing track, but yeah.
There we go.
So since you came into this studio, which feels a lifetime ago now, you have been very busy, not just as the band, but as recording as well. You've got your own studio set up now. So just before we go into the music, so just tell us about the studio.
So this is something that we've wanted to do for forever, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just so then we had kind of somewhere to work out, work out of and kind of
Work out, yeah.
Yeah,
We've got a gym upstairs.
Yeah, basically, it was one of those things where it's like, we always talked about having somewhere like this, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the chance a couple of years ago to move up to Blackburn and work with Pete from Cathedral Studios, and we set up like a little studio there. And then just before lockdown hit, we signed a lease in February in 2020, didn't we? To move to our own kind of room in Blackburn, bigger space. Yeah, and we kind of worked out exactly how we were going to do it all and everything. And then so we moved in on the 1st of March, and then obviously everyone was in lockdown on like the 15th or 16th of March. It was like 2 weeks later, and we were just like, oh great, we've just signed a lease, we've just started spending a load of money on like building materials and stuff, and now we've just been put into lockdown. This is fantastic. but
it worked out.
It did. It works out all right, because it originally we were only supposed to have like a 1 or 2. I think it was like a 2-month build time. But because everything went into lockdown, we were like, we may as well take our time with it and then try and enjoy the process as well.
So then you've been busy with music. I think it's about 4 or 5 singles you've released since the start of lockdown.
Yeah, it's been 4, hasn't it?
Is that how many it's been?
Yeah, because we did full damage, craze, and
Bad Tattoo.
Yeah.
They've all been in lockdown.
Yeah.
That's crazy, that, because
and Damaged.
It was like 2 years to
Damaged.
release one song.
So,
that is true, yeah.
And
so that's quite good for him.
So Ben has absolutely no idea what's going on. So another reason why he's in my bad books.
Memory of things.
But yeah, it's going good. We've just finished a brand new track, and we've just sent it off for mastering. We recorded the music video this week, so yeah, there should be an announcement soon about another song, and it's my favourite one so far, I think.
Well, you said that about Bad Tattoo though, so.
I know, but like now, it's one of those. I'll probably say it about every single song we write. But
That's good.
I was about to say,
that's what you want.
Could there be like, if not, then there's something wrong. If you're sat there going, "Oh, I'm not keen on this next one," then it's like, all right then.
You're in the right business.
Yeah.
So you released Bad Tattoo. That is the current single. How has the reception been of that?
Amazing. We're really happy.
Good,
Yeah, it's one of those like for obviously we got signed to our record label, and they've been the deal we've got with them is that we still control all of our socials, all of our merch, all of our Patreon, our website, like everything like that we still do ourselves, which is exactly what we wanted and what we waited so long for, to find a label who would give us like the amount of control and freedom that we've still got. But they basically help us with sync deals and with playlisting, and we've been featured by Apple Music, we've been featured by Boomplay, which is basically like Africa's version of Spotify. So that's like,
which is well cool.
I know, yeah. It's like, even though we don't use the platform, it's like suddenly we had 1,500 streams. Was it 1,500?
There's 2,400 now.
2,400 streams of a song on a platform that we didn't even know existed until our label got it for us. So it's like, it's so lovely to have extra support when we're doing so much ourselves to push our music. And so the video went down really well. Like, people, obviously, you know what we're like, we always take a DIY approach to the videos and stuff like that. So we filmed that ourselves, and then I edited it, and we just did it in my friend's tattoo shop. And obviously it's not like super crispy clean or anything like that, but the people who know us and like enjoy the music and stuff and get what we're about, they like absolutely love the video, and we always try and do like wacky ideas.
It was done in lockdown as well, so
Yeah.
it was one of them where we had to really look at the guidelines and work out what we could and couldn't do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I think this is something that kind of like people keep on asking us like about building the studio in lockdown and all that kind of stuff. And like one person said it to me the other week, they were like, "Oh, how did you manage to do all that during a global pandemic?" And I was like, "Well, we look at what we can do rather than what we can't do." And I think it's something like, it's so easy to sit there and just go, "Oh, I can't do this, so what's the point?"
Yeah, because construction was allowed to continue, and the majority of it was me and James just coming in here, plodding away on our own. Yeah. And obviously, like Ben came over and really helped us out. And when Ben came over, it was
nothing but criticise my door hanging.
Sorted out for you, didn't I?
You came over kind of once things started to be like more. You were allowed to do more things and whatnot, and
something like that.
And it's just it's all kind of worked out really well. And but back to your original question about Bad Tattoo. I know that our label have pitched it to certain playlists and things like that, so hopefully there'll be more like news soon about if any of that's successful, and we'll see. But I think it's one of those, like the second we release a single, we're working on the next one.
Yeah.
So we've got other things coming.
So also you're very passionate about the LGBT plus sort of community, because it is sort of like a personal thing as well for the band. Just explain that to us.
James, do you want to take this one?
So personally, like, I identify as gender fluid because there are some days where I wake up and I feel like James, and then there's other days where I wake up I feel like Holly, and it's just how it is. I find it difficult to describe it to people who don't know how it is.
Yeah.
And it's something that I've just kind of grown up with, and like school was a really tough time for me because I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I just knew that like my friends didn't seem to feel that way and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's one of them things, and I always just remember kind of growing up and just thinking, like, how difficult is it? Why can't we just like wear one thing one day and wear one thing the other? And why is it going to matter so much and all that kind of stuff? So we had a talk about it, didn't we? Kind of over lockdown, because lockdown kind of triggered a lot for me. So it was kind of like we had to sit down and we talked about it, and we're like, actually, as the band is kind of getting a little bit bigger and more people are kind of taking notice, it's actually a perfect platform to kind of, you know, just kind of preach acceptance and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, we're all just like monkeys on a rock floating through space.
That's actually the title.
He's on a rock floating through space.
So he's like,
it's what I wrote.
It's like, I just don't get why people take things like why people take things like far too seriously, and why there's like constant argument over who's valid and who isn't. when, like, who cares? Just get on with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why I think we should. That's why we've been like kind of discussing that stuff more like freely and openly on the socials and stuff like that.
I think as well, we've obviously noticed that the more that we've incorporated Holly into videos and stuff, the more people have been saying how much it's like helping them and how they can relate with our music because they understand the lyrics more because they know, like, because they can relate with them and stuff. So I think that we've kind of noticed that people are receiving that side of things really well and that it's actually actively helping people. So why not?
Yeah. Spend
more time promoting it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, a question for the new boy now. So, people know how sort of wacky and wild Novustory are. Has that sort of affected you already, or?
How's that affected you emotionally?
No, yeah, I knew more about the studio than I did the band going into like the auditions and stuff. So it was like getting to know everyone as I was like meeting up with them for the first few times, and just within like straight away it was like, oh, these people are very easy to get along with.
We've duped him.
Yeah, so they're slowly introducing me to all the weird quirks and everything. But it's nothing that I don't equally have as well, so I feel like it's quite a good match.
If anything, I think you're weirder than us.
I am, yeah.
And
how?
Slowly, surely. I know, slowly, he says stuff and I'm just like, my God, where have you been for the past 6 years? Oh yeah, it's great.
So, Imogen, I believe you had a sort of a incident in one of the recent music videos afterwards.
Oh yeah, the burning my hair off thing.
No.
Oh wait, what? Which one do you mean?
You threw it up in a bucket.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant the most recent one. I didn't actually throw up. Yeah, I know. I didn't actually throw up, but there was a part in the video where I'm covered in blood, and I'd had this vision of me of a bird.
I've forgotten about this. This was so funny.
It's like a bird's eye view shot, me covered in blood. It's all getting emotional, and I had this really clear picture of what I wanted to do. And obviously, because of the edible video, I'd had stuff on me before. So like in the
possibly the worst combination. Like you had like milk. What was it?
Milk, beans,
and
all at once,
bran flakes,
and everyone else in the room for the edible video was like gagging and whatnot, and I was just like, "Yeah, get the shot! As long as the shot's yeah." But for this, I know, but for this one, James put some of the blood on me, and I was just like,
You're getting proper queasy.
Couldn't hack it, so I didn't actually throw up. But yeah, it was getting incredibly intense in that room.
She was sat on the floor with the legs crossed with a bucket. She was just like, "Oh, why did we do this?" I was like, "I don't know, mate."
Yeah. So you just mentioned about burning your hair off. Explain.
Oh, I'm so upset.
Was it even our music video?
No, it was the barbecue after the music video.
Yes.
So what we did was we recorded a music.
We didn't have a barbecue after this video.
What are you talking about? The day after?
We did.
Ben has absolutely
no idea.
what's going on at any time. Day after. Does it matter? It was the day after.
No, it was 2 days after.
Who gives a flying?
Actually, it was 2 days after because it was on the Monday, which is the day that we usually meet up.
Oh my God!
See what I mean? When he comes up with one joke, you want to get it out of him.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Because they're so hilarious.
Sorry, Josh. Basically, what's happening here is I'm just trying to get a story out, and Ben needs you to know the details, the crucial details.
Anyway, so we've done a music video. A couple of days later, we're having a barbecue.
My point was, I'd been like growing out my hair and not touching my hair and not dyeing my hair for the music video. And on the day of the music video, I was really happy with my hair. It's the longest it's ever been. It's the healthiest. I just dyed it pink and purple. Everything was going great. And then we had a barbecue and I put some burgers on and it was proper windy. and the fire was flying everywhere, and I didn't really care. And then I looked down, I was like, what? And my hair, I'd just seen the ends of it being on fire.
I didn't want to say anything, but I thought my burger did taste weird.
It was burgers a la hair. And yeah, basically
It
just
tasted better, I thought.
it was all really long, and then I had to it was all horrific, and I had to like chop it, and yeah, that's what happened basically. So life as a rock star.
And to clarify, that was 2 days after.
Oh my god!
And on that note, again, thanks for taking the time out to have a chat with us. And we are looking forward to hearing the new music very soon.
Totally. Well, no, I have heard it.
What is wrong with you?
I'm joking because it's like, anyway.
Again.
Ben's very old.
Well, again, thanks again.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
worries.